mean, because I'm the type of person that likes to get out and explore a lot of things. And I mean, at Camp Boundary Waters, you can do a lot of those type of things. And it's just a real nice place.
As I went down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way.
The sunset looked beautiful. It's all pretty and orange.
In Minneapolis, you can't really see nothing like this because
Buildings cover it and
houses.
Smoke. Burnt down houses. No.
As I went down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord.
I'll look at the sky and the trees and the lake. And the sound is nice and it smells good out here.
Recognize that we take nature for granted in the city, but here, I mean, it's everywhere, and you need nature. You depend on it. I mean,
you just get closer to God up here, I guess, because there's just nothing to get in your way. There's like no like malls or friends or just
less distraction.
Yeah.
And you get to see the woods and all that God's created.
Definitely.
Without the interruption of what we've done.
Christ is working through a number of things, through the untrammeled wilderness, the creation.
Having them come out here, it's hard to let them appreciate, this creation that has taken so many years. And as we talked about earlier, it could be destroyed with carelessness or choice, and that's a whole reflection of some of the things that I'm trying to share with them. I mean, they are a bundle of joy, and that's promised to them.
Well, it's just out here when I'm working with groups, get to see both the beauty of the natural world and the beauty that people have within themselves. I mean, it's an incredible place to be down here by this river, and we can you see people do pretty incredible things when they're out here. Rope.
Rock climbing is exciting, fun, interesting, and
take a breath. Look up. Shut up. You're looking the wrong way,
You're
girl.
let loose.
I just did it. People that were around me encouraged me to do it. I was like, I need to do this. I want to do this to make myself feel good. So I decided to do it.
Rock gyms are great in that you can go there if it's raining. I mean, rain or shine, they're open and they're available to climb in, but I think it's pretty incomparable to climbing outside on a sunny, warm day on a warm rock that you can feel in your hands.
Wilderness Canoe Base is 45 some years old. I think the key message is that history here is an investment in young people. It's an investment in those important relationships, and helps us to be inspired and carry on the work into the future.
I'm especially impressed with the alumni that keep coming back and keep putting more of their efforts into it to make it succeed, and that's impressive to me. I want to be one of those people.
But then things like First Word and spending that first word spoken in the morning together is the way we begin our life together here. It happens every morning in our chapel, which is an incredible space and very inspiring space to hold it in.
It's like a place where you can just go and pray and just look at your surroundings and take time off and think about all the things you was blessed, and I don't know, just feel free and listen to the animals and the birds. And
grant me patience when the portage paths seem long. Grant me grace to share with friends in word and song. Plant clean wings upon my feet, which now with laden shoes are shod. Silence me, O Christ, I would be still and know that thou art God.
I mean, yeah, it kind of makes you feel better knowing that you paid your respects to God.
Oh, that one's fine. You're doing the right thing.
Just hold them?
Just wait and wait and wait. Yep.
What kind of bird is it?
I don't know. It looks like a young one, whatever its species is.
Yeah.
But by and large, the thing they need is to just rest and rest and rest. There have been cases where they're conked out completely, but after sometimes 2 hours, they will get their bearings and be able to take off. So you may want to find a quiet corner for it and just set it there.
I really like Bob. He's a good guy. I mean, he felt very, down to earth. He just felt like we could talk to him very easily. Like he just was gone through some of the same stuff we had. He was a good guy. He knew like everything he was talking about.
Oh, Hans, the instructor, he's a very good instructor guy. He'll talk you through any problems you have. They just all together have great staff. And
Christ is working through the people that show kindness, who are humble in their work, the staff people.
Well, first there's Bob. He comes to mind. He's the naturalist. And we call him Nature Bob, and he seriously knows, at least appears to know, everything there is to know about nature. Every animal, every plant, everything, and he rattles it off in a way that you're like, whoa, that's so interesting.
In the next few years, it's inevitable that we will have a forest fire, whether lit by people on purpose to remove the downed timber in this area, or whether it starts from lightning or things like that. Fire is a natural part of the ecosystem here. It keeps the area healthy, and it keeps the jack pines alive.
This is a branch from a jack pine. We learned about these in nature too. These are really cool because the pine cones, they just stay on the tree until the tree either dies or there's a fire under it. And then the fire, there's resin all over the cones and it melts the resin. And then you can see this one's just starting to open up now that the tree is dead and the branches have fallen down.
Well, wilderness is definitely experiential learning. I think that classroom learning doesn't really make life changes as much as experiential learning can. Yeah, I can talk about canoes and parts and as much as I want to, and it's not going to make any difference until they get out there and learn and use and hear, like, here's a gunnel, it's the side of a canoe, but they're not going to really get it until the guide says, hey, let's gunnel up, and they're like, ooh, what's a gunnel? And then by the end of the trip, they'll know.
Well, canoe trip, I think, differentiates itself from a lot of other experiences by being a small group defined by kind of removing the trappings and busyness and intrusions of what we might call our civilized life, our city life. And by moving out into the woods, a lot of that stuff falls by the way, and in that kind of simplification of things, I think people's eyes are open to not only those relationships, but then also the immediate impact of their life practices on trails, the impacts that they have on the land, the impact of that beautiful wilderness area on their own psyche.
I saw Sister Mary walking down by the river. I saw Sister Mary walking down by the sea. I saw Sister Mary walking down by the river. And as she walked, she spoke these words to me. She said, search your heart and find the love there for your neighbor. Search your soul and know that love is given for free. Just have faith, the Lord will always be there for you. Good Lord Jesus spoke these words to me. Well, I saw old man Moses walking down by the river. I saw old man Moses walking down by the sea. I saw old man Moses walking down by the river. And as she walked, she spoke these words to me.
Portages can be smooth. Portages can be absolutely nearly unbearable. They can be steep hills, mosquitoes all over your body. The worst of conditions, you name it. It could be pouring rain, complete swamp up to your waist, up to your neck. You're forced to cling to others. You're forced to depend on others. You are forced to interact with others, whether you want to or not. Who's taking this pack? Who's got the canoe? You gotta communicate. You gotta have a relationship with people. And you can't just say, oh, get out of here. You can't get away from them. So you're forced to be in relationship with them for at least a week.
And what it does is it speaks to the heart of kids somehow, because they somehow encounter a time when they found themselves on trail somehow.
Well, the groups that I've had, I've just loved it. They have loved it. I mean, they come and they go to the naturalist session and they learn all this stuff, and then out on trail they're, interested in stuff. That's a really neat thing that I've found with kids here, is like they can be kids. And they can be challenged and they can grow, but they can also play in a different way than they're used to.
Dirty boy, dirty boy, dirty boy. I said, uh-oh. I said, uh-oh, uh-oh.
That's the thing. There's no TV. You don't have to. The media doesn't influence you. You influence yourself. The nature influences you.
Break it down. Hold up, wait a minute.
Things in the city, they're a lot more hectic. I mean, there's a time to go to bed, there's a time to be in the house, there's a time for everything. And here, you're just with friends, and the staffs are just like friends.
Whose house is this? Our house. Whose house is this? Our house. Whose house is this? Our house. Dirty boys. Dirty boys. Dirty boys.
I didn't know a place like this existed when I was growing up, so it's really, to me, it's a whole new, totally different thing. And I think you appreciate that, God put this here, and that's just wonderful.
It gives you time to self-evaluate too, and to ask yourself, what am I doing, where am I going, and why?
It was a nice camp. I mean, it's out here in the woods, and it's very peaceful.
Wilderness is a great place to be in.
Because if we can make it out here,
We
I
can
mean, we
make
can
it.
make